all everyone. Today I am going to tackle lecture of operation research, chapter number 2, transportation and assignment. We have already seen in our previous lecture, in the transportation problem, we have the three types of the method with the help of the feasible solution, and one method is depend on the optimum solution. Okay, so three methods. The number one is the northwest corner method. Second one is the least cost method, and third one is the Vogel's approximation method. These three methods give us the feasible solution, but we find the optimum solution, then we use the modified distribution method, that means MODI method. We have already seen in the modified distribution method. So this is the example of the Vogel's approximation method. This method gives us the feasible solution. So our question is depend on the supply and demand. Here we are given in the three supplies S1, S2 and S3, and here we are given in the four demand D1, D2, D3, D4. So what is the condition for solving the transportation problem with the help of northwest corner, least cost method, Vogel's approximation method or modified distribution method? Okay, so first condition is that first you check your problem given in the balanced form or unbalanced form. Okay, if your question given in the balanced transportation problem, so it's okay. Okay, but in case your question given in the unbalanced transportation problem, so first you convert this unbalanced transportation problem into the balanced transportation form. Got it? So here, what is the definition of the balanced transportation problem? So if in the question your supply and demands are equal, then this type of the problem we can say that the balanced transportation problem. Okay, so first you check here your question given in the balanced transportation form or unbalanced form. Okay, so first you check here, this is the 0, 5 and 2 plus 3, 5 plus 4, 9. That means here the total supply is 950. Okay, so next we check the total demand. Got it? So here 5 plus 5, 10, 5 plus 1, 6 plus 7, 13, 17, 18, 9, and here 2, 2, 2, 4 and 5. Okay. So here the total supply and total demand is 950. That means this is the balanced transportation problem. So let's start the Vogel's approximation method. So with the help of Vogel's approximation method, we find the row penalty. This is the row penalty and this is the column penalty. Okay, so first we find the row penalty and the column penalty. Okay, so what is the process for finding the row penalty? So first we find here in the supply you select the minimum number, lowest value. So minimum number is 11. Okay, and the just greater value is what? Just greater value is 13. So just you remember here 13 minus 11, that means 2. Okay, next one is the lowest value is 10 and just the greater value is 14. So 14 minus 10, that means 4. Next lowest value is 10 and just the greater value is 13. So 13 minus 10 is equal to 3. Okay, got it? Next one we find the column penalty. So with the help of column penalty, here again you choose the minimum number. Minimum number is what? 11 and just the greater value is 16. So 16 minus 11, that means 5. This is your first column penalty. Here the lowest value is 13 and just the greater value is 18. So 18 minus 13 equal to 5. Okay, next one is the lowest value is 13 and just the greater value is 14. So we write here 14 minus 13 equal to 1. Okay, next lowest value is 10. So here 10 we write here the 2 times. Okay, so you ignore second because of here the lowest value is 10 and just the greater value is what? 14. So 14 minus 10 is equal to 4. So first we find the row penalty and the column penalty. Okay. After that you choose the maximum value for the row penalty and the column penalty. So maximum value is 5 Got it? Here 2, 4, 3, 5, 5, 1, 4. So here the maximum value is 5. Okay, that means with the help of this row penalty and column penalty, we check here the allocation is which row or which column. That means which supply or demands row or column. But here, right here the 2 times here we write the 5. Okay, that means we allocate the D1 column or we allocate a number in the D2 column. Okay, so just see here, if we consider this 5, D1 column. Okay, so here in the D1 column, you choose here the minimum value. Minimum value is what? Minimum value is 11. That means we allocate a cell, allocation cell is 11. Okay, and what is the allocate number here? The supply is 250 and demand is 200. So we allocate the 200 number. Okay, so keep in mind, if we consider this D1 column for the allocation, so here D1 we allocate the 200. Okay, let's next if we consider this D2 column, because of here both the values are 5 5 same value. So if we consider the D2 column, so again you select the minimum value. Minimum value is what? Minimum value is 13. That is the allocation cell is this 13. So according to this 13, you choose here the supply is 250 and the demand is 225. So here we allocate the 225 because of we choose the minimum value according to supply and demand. Okay. So if we consider this D1 column, so allocation number is 200. Got it? But if we consider this D2 column, so allocation cell is 225. Got it? So 225 is the largest value compared with the 200. So we allocate this D2 column. So here D2 column, the minimum number is 13 and allocation is 225. Okay. Immediate you cross here the second D2 column and here you write the 250 minus 225 is equal to 25. Got it? That is with the help of first row penalty and column penalty, we allocate the one number. Okay. So next we find the second row penalty and the second column penalty. The process is set. The process is what? Here the lowest value is 11. This column is cancelled, so we ignore this D2 column. So lowest value is 11 and the second largest value is 14. So 11, 14 minus 11, that means 3. Got it? Lowest value is 10 and largest value is 14, that means 4. Lowest value is 10, largest value is 13, that means 3. Got it? Next one is the lowest value is 11 and the second lowest value is 16, so 5. This is the, we ignore this column because of we satisfied here the supply and demand, the minimum value is 225. Got it? Here the lowest value is 13 and the second lowest value is 14. So 14 minus 13 1. Here the lowest value is 10 and the largest value is 14. So 14 minus 10 equal to 4. Okay, so again we repeat this process because of here again the second row penalty and column penalty. You choose the maximum value. So maximum value is 5. That means we allocate this D1 column and we choose the minimum allocation. So minimum value is 11. So according to 11, supply is 25 and the demand is 200. Okay, so we write here the 25. Got it? Again, we write it the 25. We just write here the 200 minus 25. That means 175. Got it? And here your first row is cancelled. Got it? So with the help of second row penalty and column penalty, we allocate the second allocation number. Okay. Next we find the third row penalty and the third column penalty. Got it? So third row penalty, so first row is cancelled. So we write here the dash. Second row penalty is 14 minus 10, 4. Next is 13 minus 10, 3. Next one is the 16, 21 minus 16, that means 5. This is the cancel value. 14 minus 13, 1. And 10 minus 14, that means 4. Okay, you write only the positive sign. Next, again, in the third row penalty and column penalty, the maximum value is 5. That means we allocate again D1 column. So in the D1 column, we have the two cells. So choose the minimum number. Minimum number is 16. Okay, that means we allocate this cell. So here the supply is 300 and demand is 175. So minimum number is what? 175. So we write here 175. Got it? That means here this column is cancelled and 300 minus 175, that means 125. Got it? So here the first and second column is cancelled and the first row is cancelled. Okay. So next we find the fourth row penalty and the column penalty. Okay. So fourth row penalty and the column penalty. So here the first row is cancelled. Second, 14 minus 10, that means 4. 13 minus 10, that means 3. Here the first column is cancelled and the second column is cancelled. Okay, so we write here again 14 minus 13 1 and 10 minus 14 4. Got it? So here the largest value is 4. Got it? So this 4 is according to your row, that means supply, and according to your column, that means demand. Okay, so if we choose this 4, if we choose this 4, that means our allocation is the S2. That means second row, and we have the two cells only. So minimum number is 10. Okay, so allocation is 125 and 250. So we allocate to 125. Keep in mind. If we choose this 4, so allocation is D4 column. Got it? So in the D4 column, we have the two sign values 10, 10. So you randomly selected if you choose this 10. Got it? So 250 and 125. So we allocate the 125. Got it? And if we choose this 10, so we write here the 250 and the 400. Okay. So according to this, always keep in mind if you choose here the two values are same. That means what here? That here 10 minus 10, that means a 0 value because of here the first row is cancelled. So 10 minus 10, that means 0. So again the allocation cell is only the 4. Okay. So we choose here this second row. So in this second row the minimum number is 10. So 125 and 250. So we write here the 125. Okay, that means here our second row also cancel and 250 minus 125 to 125. Got it? So with the help of this, we have only the third row. Okay, and only the fourth column. So you randomly write here by the reasoning. Here we write the 225, that means this column is cancelled. Here 275 and 125. So we write here 275 and here we write the 125. Got it? So always keep in mind if you are remaining only one row or only one column, so you write here the randomly with the help of logically, or you take here the use the reasoning, and after that you allocate your supply and demand. Okay. So here the allocation cell is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So what is the condition for the allocation cell? If your row plus column minus 1, that means here we have the 3 row and 4 columns minus 1, that means total 6. So allocation cell is total 6. Okay, so you choose here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you check here, that means your allocation is the correct. Okay, so we write the final cost price. So what is the process? The process is that 11 into 25 plus 13 into 225 plus 16 into 175 plus 10 into 125 plus 13 into 275 and 10 into 125. Okay, so here we write the 6 allocation and our total cost price is 12075 rupees. This is your total cost price. Okay, so this is your final answer with the help of Vogel's approximation method. Okay, so thank you. Thank you for watching this.